Hi, my name is Lily and I've been freelancing in the concept art industry for a couple years now after studying illustration in university. What I loved most about my course was that it encouraged us not to just make art but to engage in visual problem solving and how to generate interesting concepts for any aspect of the creative industry. During the later part of our course, we moved from set briefs to designing our own projects, which is where I really got into conceptualizing my own ideas for the animation medium, particularly video games. I've always loved video games because of the potential for a deeper level of storytelling which made me more invested. You as the player could make decisions which impact the narrative and discover different story elements and characters at your own pace, making for a more immersive, spaced out experience. This is why I plan on sharing my own dream concept for a video game on this channel, showing my own process for building up a world, character creation and story. I have recently been working on an open world video game concept where you play as a botanist exploring a cursed land known as Half-Light Garden, tasked to find a cure to revive the garden and its inhabitants who are under the influence of an entity known as the King. This concept stemmed from my love of fairy tales, simple stories which can hold deeper meanings. Despite this, I know creating a whole video game concept from scratch is complex, and there's lots of elements to consider, such as the playable character, the other main characters, how they all fit into the narrative, with the style and the tone of the story, and all the villains and the bosses, etc. For this one, I wasn't sure if I should just make one video on it at first, which had everything, but since there is so much I want to explore and develop, along with so many characters I want to talk about, I'll probably end up making this a series saved in a playlist, along with my other future projects. I think it's more fun that way as well to show the journey. I am not an actual game designer, so I myself won't be certain on what limitations there would be on the actual design and structure aspect, but I'm not really focusing on this project through a technical lens. I used to have the mindset that if the concept you're designing might be too unrealistic to become an actual creation like a video game or a TV series, something that would take like 30 years to make or something, then you shouldn't pursue it. But I don't really mind if my concepts never come to anything. The most fun part of it for me is thinking of the ideas and sharing them, so that's what I'm hopefully going to do here. I hope this series will inspire any of the creatives out there who want to share their concepts and ideas too. And I just want to mention that I mentioned before that I went to university, and I just want to say it absolutely isn't a necessity to get into the industry. It's up to you whether it feels right or not, and there's so many talented artists in the creative field who didn't go to university, so I would recommend looking at their perspective and seeing how they made art their profession. I also just want to say a big thank you so much for the support on my first video on the channel. I wasn't confident about starting a YouTube at first, so I really appreciate all the engagement. Thanks, and see you in the next video.